Have you ever wondered why some people stay strong no matter what life throws at them, while others crumble at the smallest setback? What separates those who bounce back effortlessly from those who remain stuck in self-doubt and frustration? In this video, we're diving deep into the mindset of mentally strong people, the secrets they use to stay resilient, focused, and unstoppable in a world full of chaos and uncertainty. You'll discover why trying to control everything is draining, why letting go of the past can free your mind, and how embracing change and risks can actually make you stronger. So, are you ready to challenge your own limits? Can you truly master your thoughts, emotions, and actions to unlock your full potential? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it takes to develop mental strength that can withstand any challenge. Let's dive in and start transforming the way you think, act, and respond to life. Lesson 1. Mentally strong people don't feel sorry for themselves alone. Of the biggest habits that separates mentally strong people from everyone else is simple but powerful. They don't waste their energy feeling sorry for themselves. Life hits everyone with pain, loss, unfair situations, and disappointment. The difference isn't who suffers more, the difference is how people respond to that suffering. Mentally strong people understand that self-pity feels comforting in the moment, but it slowly destroys inner strength. When you keep asking, "Why does this always happen to me?" you place yourself in the role of a victim. And once you see yourself as a victim, you give away control over your life. Your focus shifts from solutions to complaints, from action to excuses. This lesson doesn't mean mentally strong people deny their pain. They feel it, they acknowledge it, but they don't let pain become their identity. They don't define their future based on what happened in the past. Instead of turning pain into a life sentence, they turn it into a lesson. Another key idea here is responsibility. Mentally strong people know that not everything is under their control, but their attitude, choices, and reactions always are. They don't wait for sympathy. They don't expect the world to treat them fairly. They accept reality as it is and then decide how to move forward. While others stay stuck replaying old wounds, mentally strong people ask better questions. What can I learn from this? What's the next right step? How do I move forward from here? They refuse to let the past steal the future. They understand that healing doesn't come from blaming circumstances, people, or fate. Healing comes from reclaiming control over your mindset. This is why mentally strong people don't feel sorry for themselves, not because life is easy, but because strength grows when you stop asking for pity and start choosing responsibility. Lesson 2. Mentally strong people don't give away their power to others. Mentally strong people understand something most people miss. The moment you let other people control how you feel, you give away your power. That power doesn't disappear, it simply moves into someone else's hands. Strong-minded individuals refuse to let their happiness, confidence, or self-worth depend on other people's opinions. They don't rise too high when praised, and they don't collapse when criticized. Praise doesn't make them arrogant, and criticism doesn't destroy them. They know that every person sees the world through their own experiences, fears, and beliefs. Because of this, they listen to feedback without letting it define them. Many people live in constant fear of judgment. They worry about what society will say, what family will think, or how friends will react. This fear slowly turns into a cage. Decisions stop being about what feels right and start becoming about what looks acceptable. Mentally strong people break out of this trap. They realize that trying to please everyone leads to disappointing yourself. This lesson doesn't mean ignoring others or becoming emotionally cold. Mentally strong people care about relationships, but they don't hand over emotional control. They choose their responses. They decide what deserves their attention and what doesn't. Insults don't control their mood. Approval doesn't control their direction. They also understand that emotions are personal responsibility. If someone is angry, jealous, or critical, that emotion belongs to them, not you. Mentally strong people don't carry emotional baggage that isn't theirs. By keeping emotional ownership, they protect their energy. They stay focused on growth instead of validation. They act based on values, not reactions. And over time, this habit builds unshakable confidence. This is why mentally strong people don't give others power over their emotions, because real strength begins when you decide that your inner state belongs to you, not the world. Lesson 3. Mentally strong people don't fear change. Most people say they want change, but deep down they're afraid of it. Change means uncertainty. It means stepping into the unknown, letting go of comfort, and risking failure. Mentally strong people think differently. They don't see change as a threat, they see it as a requirement for growth. They understand that staying stuck in familiar patterns may feel safe, but it slowly limits potential. Comfort creates stagnation. Growth demands movement. That's why mentally strong people don't cling to old routines, outdated identities, or familiar pain just because it's predictable. This lesson also highlights that fear of change often comes from fear of losing control. When things shift, outcomes become uncertain. Mentally strong people accept that uncertainty is part of life. Instead of trying to control every result, they focus on controlling their effort, mindset, and choices. Another key point is how they deal with past decisions. Mentally strong people don't obsess over what-if scenarios. They recognize that every decision was made with the knowledge and resources available at that time. When a choice doesn't work out, they extract the lesson and move forward instead of punishing themselves with regret. They don't waste energy replaying the past. They invest energy in adapting to the present. Change becomes a teacher rather than an enemy. Mentally strong people also understand that waiting for the perfect moment is a form of fear. Growth rarely happens when conditions feel ideal. It happens when you move despite discomfort. By embracing change, they build resilience. Each transition strengthens confidence, flexibility, and self-trust. Over time, change stops feeling like chaos and starts feeling like progress. This is why mentally strong people don't fear change, because they know that every new version of themselves requires letting go of an old one. Lesson 4. Mentally strong people don't dwell on the past. Mentally strong people respect the past, but they refuse to live inside it. They understand that constantly replaying old mistakes, losses, or painful moments slowly drains mental energy. The past cannot be changed, but the future can, and strong-minded people focus where change is possible. Many people unknowingly turn their past into a prison. They keep reminding themselves of what went wrong, who hurt them, or what they should have done differently. Over time, these memories stop being lessons and start becoming excuses. Mentally strong people break this pattern. They don't allow yesterday's pain to define today's choices. This lesson doesn't mean forgetting what happened or pretending it didn't matter. Mentally strong people acknowledge their experiences honestly. They reflect on them, extract the lesson, and then move forward. They don't relive pain as punishment. They use it as information. Another powerful idea here is self-forgiveness. Strong-minded individuals understand that judging past decisions using today's awareness is unfair. They know that at the time they acted with the understanding, emotions, and circumstances they had. Beating themselves up now doesn't improve tomorrow. They also avoid romanticizing past success. Living in old victories can be just as limiting as living in old failures. Mentally strong people keep evolving. They don't assume yesterday's achievements guarantee today's progress. By releasing attachment to the past, they free up mental space for growth, creativity, and action. Their attention stays in the present, where real change happens. This is why mentally strong people don't dwell on the past, because strength isn't about where you've been. It's about where you choose to go next. Lesson 5. Mentally strong people don't seek immediate results in a world obsessed with instant success. Mentally strong people stand out because they don't rush outcomes. They understand that real growth takes time, consistency, and patience. While many people chase quick rewards, strong-minded individuals focus on building something that lasts. They don't measure progress only by immediate wins. Instead, they value daily effort, discipline, and improvement. Mentally strong people know that shortcuts often lead to shallow results, while slow, steady progress creates real strength. This lesson also highlights the importance of trusting the process. Mentally strong people show up even when results aren't visible yet. They don't quit just because progress feels slow. They understand that most meaningful changes happen quietly before they show on the surface. Another key idea is delayed gratification. Mentally strong people are willing to sacrifice comfort today for growth tomorrow. They don't need instant validation, quick money, or fast recognition to stay motivated. Their confidence comes from commitment, not applause. They also resist comparison. Watching others succeed faster doesn't shake them. They understand that everyone's journey moves at a different pace. Someone else's speed has nothing to do with their direction. When obstacles appear, mentally strong people don't assume failure. They see challenges as part of the process. Instead of asking, "Why isn't this working yet?" they ask, "What can I improve?" This mindset keeps them consistent when others give up. Over time, patience becomes an advantage. Effort compounds. Skills sharpen. Confidence grows. This is why mentally strong people don't seek immediate results, because they know that anything worth building takes time. And rushing the process only weakens the foundation. Lesson 6. Mentally strong people don't let envy control them. Mentally strong people don't waste their energy comparing themselves to others. When they see someone else succeed, they don't feel threatened, insecure, or bitter. Instead of envy, they feel awareness. Instead of jealousy, they find motivation. Most people secretly measure their worth by looking sideways. They scroll, compare, and slowly convince themselves that someone else's win means their own loss. Mentally strong people reject this mindset. They understand that life is not a limited competition. Someone else's success doesn't take anything away from them. This lesson also shows how envy quietly weakens focus. When you constantly watch others, you stop investing in yourself. Mentally strong people keep their attention on their own path. They ask, what can I learn from this? Rather than why not me? They also understand that every journey has invisible struggles. What looks like overnight success is usually built on years of effort, failure, and discipline. Because of this, mentally strong people don't romanticize other people's lives or timelines. Another key idea here is self-worth. Mentally strong people don't define their value based on comparison. They know who they are, what they're building, and why it matters. That clarity protects them from jealousy. When envy does show up, they don't ignore it, they examine it. They use it as a signal pointing toward what they want to improve or pursue. Envy becomes information, not emotion. This mindset creates inner peace. Instead of feeling behind, they feel focused. Instead of feeling bitter, they feel driven. This is why mentally strong people don't let envy control them, because confidence grows when you stop measuring your life against someone else's scoreboard. Lesson 7. Mentally strong people don't try to control everything mentally. Strong people understand a hard truth: not everything is within their control. Instead of exhausting themselves trying to manage every person, outcome, and situation, they focus only on what they can influence: their actions, choices, and mindset. Many people believe control equals security. When life doesn't go according to plan, they panic, overthink, or become frustrated. Mentally strong people respond differently. They accept uncertainty as a part of life, not a failure of planning. This lesson emphasizes the difference between influence and control. Strong-minded individuals don't waste energy fighting reality. They don't obsess over other people's behavior, unexpected outcomes, or past events. They adapt instead of resisting. Another powerful idea here is emotional control. When people try to control everything, they often become reactive. Anger, anxiety, and disappointment take over. Mentally strong people regulate their emotions by choosing perspective over panic. They pause, reflect, and respond intentionally. They also understand that surrendering control doesn't mean giving up. It means redirecting energy. Instead of worrying about outcomes, they invest in preparation, effort, and learning. This mindset reduces stress and increases clarity. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, mental space opens up. Focus improves. Decision-making becomes sharper. Mentally strong people also accept that failure is possible. They don't fear it because they know they can handle it. Confidence doesn't come from perfect control, it comes from trust in their ability to adapt. This is why mentally strong people don't try to control everything, because strength isn't about forcing life to obey you. It's about knowing how to move forward no matter what happens. Lesson 8. Mentally strong people don't waste time on things they can't change. Mentally strong people understand a crucial truth: some things are simply beyond their control. Instead of wasting energy stressing over situations, outcomes, or other people's actions, they focus on what truly matters: their own choices, actions, and mindset. Most people tie their sense of security to control. When life throws unexpected challenges, they panic, overthink, or feel helpless. Mentally strong people respond differently. They accept uncertainty as a natural part of life, not as a reflection of their abilities or planning. This lesson draws a clear line between influence and control. Strong-minded individuals invest their energy where it counts. They don't obsess over someone else's behavior, a failed plan, or past mistakes. Instead, they adapt and take constructive action. Emotional management plays a huge role here. Trying to control everything often leads to frustration, anxiety, or anger. Mentally strong people, on the other hand, choose perspective over panic. They pause, evaluate, and respond intentionally rather than react impulsively. Importantly, accepting what can't be changed doesn't mean giving up. It means redirecting effort toward what they can improve: preparation, learning, skill building, and effort. This mindset minimizes stress, boosts focus, and enhances clarity in decision-making. Mentally strong people also embrace the possibility of failure. They don't fear it because they trust their ability to recover and adapt. Confidence, they know, doesn't come from controlling every detail. It comes from mastering their response to life's unpredictability. Ultimately, mentally strong people don't waste time chasing control. Strength isn't about forcing life to go your way. It's about navigating it with resilience, focus, and calm. No matter what comes your way. Lesson 9. Mentally strong people don't dwell on the past. Mentally strong people know this truth: the past is gone, and dwelling on it only drains energy. They don't waste time replaying mistakes, regretting decisions, or longing for what could have been. Instead, they focus on the present and the actions they can take now to shape their future. Many people let the past define them. A single failure or setback can haunt their thoughts for weeks, months, or even years. Mentally strong people respond differently. They acknowledge what happened, extract the lesson, and move forward without self-pity or blame. This lesson emphasizes emotional freedom. Holding on to past hurts, regrets, or grudges creates mental clutter and unnecessary stress. Strong-minded individuals choose to release these burdens, freeing up mental space for growth, learning, and progress. Forgiveness, both of oneself and others, is a key component here. Mentally strong people understand that everyone, including themselves, makes mistakes. They don't cling to resentment. They let go and use the experience as a guide, not a cage. Another important point is learning from experience without being trapped by it. Reflection is powerful, but rumination is harmful. Mentally strong people distinguish between the two. They analyze past events objectively, identify lessons, and apply them proactively to future situations. By not dwelling on the past, they stay present-focused. This allows them to act decisively, take calculated risks, and maintain resilience. Confidence grows because they trust themselves to handle whatever comes next, without being weighed down by what's already behind them. In short, mentally strong people don't let the past steal their present or dictate their future. Strength comes from moving forward with clarity, purpose, and an unwavering focus on what they can control today. Lesson 10. Mentally strong people don't fear alone time. Mentally strong people understand that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means having space to reflect, recharge, and grow. They don't fear solitude because they know it's essential for self-awareness, focus, and mental clarity. Many people avoid being alone. They constantly seek distractions, social validation, or external entertainment to escape their own thoughts. Mentally strong people approach alone time differently. They embrace it as an opportunity to think deeply, plan strategically, and connect with their true selves. This lesson emphasizes self-sufficiency. When you're comfortable being alone, you stop relying on others for your happiness, confidence, or sense of purpose. Mentally strong people cultivate inner strength by spending time in reflection, journaling, meditating, or simply thinking without external noise. Another key point is productivity. Alone time allows uninterrupted focus. It's when they can tackle important goals, solve problems, and make clear, intentional decisions. Mentally strong people don't waste these moments. They use them to grow personally and professionally. Solitude also strengthens resilience. By facing their thoughts and emotions without avoidance, they learn to process challenges independently. They don't panic when circumstances are difficult or when social support is unavailable. They trust their own abilities and judgment. Ultimately, mentally strong people don't fear being alone because they've discovered a powerful truth. The strongest relationships and the most confident decisions start with knowing and trusting yourself. Strength isn't always found in the crowd. It's cultivated in the quiet moments of self-awareness. Lesson 11. Mentally strong people don't shy away from change. Mentally strong people understand a fundamental truth: change is inevitable, and resisting it only leads to frustration and stagnation. They don't fear change. They embrace it as an opportunity to grow, learn, and evolve. Many people feel comfortable in their routines and resist anything that disrupts their familiar patterns. Mentally strong people respond differently. They accept that life constantly shifts and adapt quickly, turning challenges into opportunities rather than obstacles. This lesson highlights flexibility as a cornerstone of mental strength. Instead of clinging to the past or fearing the unknown, strong-minded individuals remain open to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. They understand that personal growth often comes from stepping outside their comfort zone. Another crucial point is proactive adaptation. Mentally strong people don't just wait for change to happen, they anticipate it, plan for it, and position themselves to benefit from it. They stay prepared, resilient, and confident even when circumstances shift unexpectedly. Emotional resilience plays a role too. Change can trigger fear, uncertainty, or stress, but mentally strong people regulate their emotions effectively. They pause, assess the situation, and respond with clarity and purpose instead of reacting impulsively. Ultimately, mentally strong people don't shy away from change because they know strength isn't about avoiding life's unpredictability, it's about mastering it. They thrive in uncertainty, knowing that flexibility, adaptability, and courage are the keys to long-term success and fulfillment. Lesson 12. Mentally strong people don't waste energy on things they can't control. Mentally strong people understand a simple but powerful truth. Worrying about what's beyond their control is useless energy spent. They don't obsess over other people's opinions, unexpected outcomes, or circumstances outside their influence. Instead, they focus on what they can actively change: their actions, decisions, and mindset. Most people tie their sense of security and success to controlling outcomes. When things don't go as planned, they panic, overthink, or get frustrated. Mentally strong people respond differently. They accept uncertainty as a part of life, not a failure of planning or ability. This lesson emphasizes the critical difference between influence and control. Strong-minded individuals invest their effort in areas where they can make a real impact. They don't waste time resisting reality or trying to manipulate others. They adapt, learn, and act where it matters. Emotional mastery is key here. People who try to control everything often get trapped in anger, anxiety, or disappointment. Mentally strong people, however, regulate their emotions by choosing perspective over panic. They pause, reflect, and respond intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. Importantly, surrendering control doesn't mean giving up. It means redirecting effort toward preparation, growth, and productive action. Mentally strong people understand that focusing on what they can influence reduces stress, sharpens clarity, and improves decision-making. Finally, mentally strong people accept that failure or unexpected outcomes are part of life. They don't fear it because they trust their ability to adapt and overcome. True strength comes not from controlling every detail, but from mastering their response to life's unpredictability. Lesson 13. Mentally strong people don't fear taking risks. Mentally strong people understand that growth and success often require stepping into the unknown. They don't let fear dictate their decisions, they take calculated risks, knowing that every challenge carries an opportunity to learn and improve. Many people avoid risks because of fear of failure, embarrassment, or uncertainty. Mentally strong people respond differently. They evaluate the situation, weigh potential outcomes, and move forward with courage and confidence. They don't gamble recklessly. They act strategically. This lesson emphasizes the link between risk-taking and personal growth. Playing it safe may feel comfortable, but it limits potential. Strong-minded individuals embrace challenges as stepping stones, understanding that facing uncertainty builds resilience, skill, and confidence. Emotional control is vital here. Taking risks can trigger anxiety or doubt, but mentally strong people manage these emotions by focusing on preparation, perspective, and what they can influence. They don't let fear paralyze them, they let it guide thoughtful action. Another key point is learning from mistakes. Mentally strong people know that not every risk will lead to success. Instead of dwelling on failure, they extract lessons, adjust, and try again. Each risk taken, whether it succeeds or fails, strengthens their mindset and sharpens decision-making. Ultimately, mentally strong people don't fear taking risks because they understand that true progress comes from action, not comfort. Strength isn't avoiding uncertainty, it's having the courage to face it, learn from it, and move forward with purpose.